All right, y'all. We got a video on Bivol. The fight is coming up soon. They fight in October. Him and Arthur. It's gonna be a pretty good fight. So we're gonna get into the training and some of the sparring that Bivol been doing lately. And guys, Bivol been looking really, really sharp. He been looking more powerful. People don't realize that Bivol do got power. He kind of fight like Usyk. They don't feel the need to really knock somebody out, but they can if they want to. We seen that in Usyk's last fight with Tyson Fury. Uzi could have did that with a lot of those fighters he fought. Even Anthony Joshua, he got him hurt a lot of times. He didn't really put all his power in his shot. They just don't fight like that. But when they really, really fight a power punch and they really feel like they need to, they can get the knockout when they want to. So Bivol is kind of like that. Bivol can get knockouts. He just don't go for them because he know he can outbox the opponent, so he feel no need to knock them out. Which a lot of people say, well, that means he don't got the killer instinct and stuff like that. You got a point with that, but it also means that he trusts his boxing skills. And we all know Bivol can box. So it's going to be a very, very tough challenge for Arthur to keep the distance, because one thing about Bivol, the reason he's able to box so perfectly is he understands distance. He can stay at a certain distance for so long, and it's just like he can pick you apart from that distance. He got very, very long arms. Canelo can tell you about that. He got very, very long arms, and he got power. A lot of people think Bivol don't got power because he don't got a lot of knockouts, but you don't really never see nobody walking Bivol down. They try to, and then Bivol turn the tables on them, and then he started walking them down. So Bivol got a lot of power. A lot of people underestimate his power for some reason, but he got a lot of power. He got a really, really strong right hand. His hooks can be deceiving. They can hurt. So it's going to be a tough fight for Arthur. Arthur got a lot of knockouts. Arthur is he's more aggressive than Bivol. He'll go for the knockout. Arthur throw these weird right hands where they come on the side of your head. They're going to be a challenge for Bivol, but Bivol is perfect at keeping his distance. So I don't know if it's going to be that much of a challenge for Bivol. But I do think the size of the ring gonna really, really play a big part of this. If they in a smaller ring, it favors Better Beatez, because he can close off the distance, and he can close the distance way more faster, and he don't have to spend that much time trying to figure out Bivol footwork and trying to figure out the distance. Now, if they in a bigger size ring, it favors Bivol, because Bivol got good footwork and he know how to keep the distance in the range. So that's gonna be a very, very important thing. But even you can see on the pad, Bivol is hitting way more hard than he used to. Now, a lot of people in Bivol camp think the uppercut is going to be a weapon they can use against Arthur when he's trying to come in. So Bivol been working really hard on throwing uppercuts with both hands, because they think they're going to be one of the main weapons that Bivol can use, which I think it can too. Anytime somebody coming forward, the uppercut can always catch somebody off guard. So Bivol can add that in his game, which he don't really throw that many uppercuts, but that's something that can really, really catch Arthur off guard, and that can hurt him. Any punch that your opponent don't see coming, don't expect, your brain don't have time to process what happened. It don't have time to process what hit you. That's why boxers say the punch they don't see coming is what hurt you, because your brain can't process what hit them. So Bivol been working on that. He been working on the uppercuts. Like I said, Bivol on the pass, man, he's looking very, very strong. He's throwing these punches with way more power, but Bivol is a powerful guy. If you look at his arm and his body, like Bivol is built pretty much like a small little bodybuilder. If you just really look at him. So Bivol got power, guys. That's not gonna be the problem. Bivol is gonna have to decide what type of fight he gonna have. Now, if you look at this what Bivol camp been iterating a lot during the training camp, the feints. They want Bivol to feint a lot against Arthur. And you see him kind of working on it now. Bivol got really, really sneaky footwork, but they want him to feint a lot during this fight. And I think that's smart. You do that when you're facing a power punch. You never want them to know when you're coming in. Bivol is not going to be able to run around the ring for 12 rounds. Even though Bivol is very, very capable of boxing for 12 rounds, against Arthur, you're not going to be able to do that for 12 rounds. Arthur is a very, very good boxer. He got very underrated footwork too. So Bivol know he's going to have to stay in the pocket some rounds against Arthur. And he know he's going to have to come forward. Against a guy like Arthur, you cannot let him come forward the whole fight. Ask Evander Holyfield when he fought Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a power puncher that came forward. What did Holyfield do? He stand there with him. He did not let Tyson push forward the whole fight. You can't do that against a power puncher. You're giving them too much confidence. You're giving them too much distance. So Bivol is going to have to stay in the pocket with Arthur a little bit. He's going to have to come forward a little bit. He got the strength to do it. He's a little younger than Arthur too. So Bivol would do that. He know he got to. So he working on a lot of stuff. When Bivol shadow box, man, he looks sharp, man. I mean, Bivol just one of those boxers that, I mean, he just can flat out box. I mean, look at his shadow boxing. Chin down, jab sharp, jab powerful, the feints. And I'm telling y'all, Bivol is going to feint a lot more in this fight. I know Bivol don't feint that much, but him, even after watching Israel fight against Terence Crawford, Majumov, you seen how many times Majumov will feint. I think Bivol is going to take that same game plan against Arthur. He's going to do a lot of feinting. He's going to try to make Arthur twitch before he hit him so he can get that knockout. So expect that. Like I said, Bivol is a pretty strong lightweight. So Bivol, he's doing the right thing. So, and like I said, they working real hard on the uppercut. For some reason, they feel like they'll be able to walk Arthur into an uppercut. So expect a different type of Bivol when it comes to his punch selection. He gonna be throwing a lot of uppercuts this fight, both hands. So he working real hard on the speed and the power of those. So look forward to that, and I look forward to seeing it, because Bivol don't really throw uppercuts. Now Bivol do this thing, and Arthur do the same thing. Hand screen, wrist screen. It's a big thing, especially in boxing. Having strong forearms and strong hands and strong wrists. They got a lot to do with your punching power. So a lot of people don't know that, but you know, the people that know how to box do for some reason. But like I said, Arthur been doing a lot of weight training, a lot of calisthenics. He gonna need power to beat Arthur. Everybody know that if you want to beat Arthur, you gotta have power, you gotta have punching power. So Bivol doing all the right things. Bivol gonna be working real hard on his conditioning too and taking punishment. He's going to get hit this fight. This is going to be the hardest fight Bivol ever had in his life. I'm telling you. Bivol know that too. So Bivol working real hard on his conditioning, taking punches. He making sure he amped up. He look in top shape right now already. And it's not even in the fight in October. But the one thing Bivol going to do a great job of doing is throwing combinations. People don't give Bivol enough credit for that, but he do a great job of throwing combinations. And the one thing I like about Bivol combination is he don't throw that many hooks. He throwing a lot of straight punches, which you really got to slip. Straight punches, you can't duck under like a hook. You got to slip those punches, so they very hard to dodge, really. So Bivol do a great job of throwing a lot of straight punches, a lot of 1-2s, 1-2, 1-1-2. So it kind of make it hard for his opponents to get out of the way of his punches. So Arthur gonna have a tough time dealing with Bivol punch selection, because when he throw combination, he throw a lot of 1-2s, and it's very hard to dodge. So I got Bivol with the advantage with that. That's one of the main things that I like Bivol in this fight, is he throw a lot of straight punches. So Arthur's gonna be having to move his head a lot, and they're about the same height, same weight, really. I think Arthur might be a little bigger, but I think they're around the same weight. And I think Bivol got the longer arms. He got the longer reach. So he got the advantage in that department. And guys, this should be a really good fight. If Bivol come out throwing his punches really powerful, I think he can win this fight.